Welcome to the 2022 State of the City. Good afternoon. I especially ordered this snow for you guys for today, so I hope you like it and kept it off the streets. So, I want to thank the Belton Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event, and extra special thank you to Diane Huckshorn, so let's give her a hand. I'd like to recognize the elected officials in the room, so if you guys stand up, Perry Goff, Angela Kraft, James Prine, and Brett White from the City Council. Also, we have Commissioner Bob Houston and Commissioner Ryan Johnson, too. Now I'd like all the department heads and city staff to stand up and thank you for your service to the City of Belton. Thank you very much. For those of you that have not had the opportunity, I'd like to introduce our new city manager, Joe Warren, right here. So, congratulations. So as you can see my shirt, this is the biggest thing we did this year. We can't talk about 2022 without talking about the 150th birthday celebration. Biggest party Belton's ever had, so it was great turnout. I was happy to see as many people have a great time on Main Street. This was a great community event. Our goal was to create a sense of community, and we accomplished that. I asked Diane Huckshorn and Michelle Mellinger to be the co-chairs of the committee, and Angela Kraft be my council liaison to the committee. My request for the event was to have it on Main Street, as much of it on Main Street as possible, and to make it as free as possible for the citizens so everybody can enjoy it, and they pulled it off with great success. Speaking of community, our park department focuses on family and amenities. Quality of life is one of their top priorities. The Belton Parks Department continue to provide great trails, parks, events for families, youth groups, and provides beautification through the city with plants from their greenhouse and trees from their farm. High Blue supported a new name and logo, I think you can see it up here, to simplify and update its looks, and they debuted a new app to help build loyal customers base and create a sense of community. I'm happy to report the Wellness Center has rebounded from COVID and has more than 7,000 members now. All youth sports leagues, including flag football, basketball, baseball, and softball, are steadily on the incline. Memorial Station continues to be a destination, hosted 215 weddings, anniversary, and other special events like this last year. Memorial Park hosted its first annual Barbecue in September, which combined a Kansas City Barbecue Society sanctioned backyard contest and the annual show. The partnership was perfect, so look for the event to grow next year. And I was actually a judge, and it was kind of interesting on how they judge and how they do that. It's pretty scientific, and you couldn't even talk while you were doing it, so I was surprised by that. So Memorial Park also hosted several community events, including the Easter egg hunt, Summerfest, Theater in the Park, and Pumpkin Palooza. Cleveland Lake hosted several disc golf tournaments throughout the year and the first annual Kids Fishing Derby. Wallace Park hosted Big Bounce America for the second time, which drew several thousand visitors over July 4th weekend. The Belton Farmers Market moved to its location on 58 Highway in the Belton Assembly of God parking lot. That only increased vendor signups for foot traffic as well. The Park Department was recently awarded a $40,000 2022 playground scrap tire material grant. The grant will be used to replace the surface material at Memorial Park, inclusive playground. 3 additional playground pieces will be also added. Switching on, Eagles Landing has had another great year. Golf's popularity continues to grow for adults and junior golfers. Record number of rounds were played and revenues have grown in 2022. Eagles Landing hosted many events this year. The Youth on Course program participants continues to increase. Junior golfers are playing record numbers in the year. Eagles Landing hosted a record of 5 U.S. Kids local tournaments with over 700 junior participants and hosted many special events and tournaments this year, raising tens of thousands for local charities. The Girls Golf District Championship for Belton High School returned for a second consecutive year. The Belton Chamber Glow in the Dark Golf Tournament was a huge success, again, and the weather could not have been more perfect. The driving range netting was completely replaced this summer, so that's good. Belton Senior Center has been serving those 60 and older in the Belton Raymore peculiar area since 2012. The center is located at the A. Ives Reed Celebration Center, points towards the center location. Okay. The senior citizens provide daily lunch at no cost to participants. They also offer weekly crafts, exercise classes, special speakers, and a fan favorite bingo. The 2022 was a big year for Belton Senior Center. The Senior Center building underwent an amazing transformation thanks to part to a Mid-America Regional Council grant, which funded the new lightweight commercial folding tables, high-performance textured flooring, new windows, ADA-compliant restrooms, drywall repair, updated paint, and new AED machine. A highlight of the year was celebrating Dick Morris's 100th birthday in September, and the Senior Center went all out. Dick was welcomed by the American Legion Riders, Chapter 21, the Belton Fire Department, the City Manager, Joe Warren, Council Member and Mayor Pro Tem Dave Clark, and unfortunately I was out of town and unable to attend. Doc Golden with the Vietnam Veterans of America presented Dick with a special award and recognized him for his service. So let's give him a round of applause even though he's not here. Our public safety departments provided excellent service to our citizens and they know how to have a little fun. In preparation for this school year, our police department challenged our fire department to a friendly supply drive competition. Great pranks were pulled on each department, and the end of the fire department took home the trophy, as you would expect. Over 16,000 school supplies were collected and donated to children in the Belton School District. So many school supplies were donated, there were leftovers to be handed out as needed during the school year, and they already have a jump start on next year's collection. So let's give them a round of applause too. Public education and professional development continues a key focus for the Belton Fire Department. Recently, the department conducted a fire prevention campaign on Facebook to educate the public and reach 2,000 students within our school presentations. The professional department the professional development within the department included a station captain development program, HCA Midwest Trauma Society training, and vertical ventilation and roof operations, to name a few. Year to date, our firefighters and paramedics have responded to over 4,700 calls, completed over 5,700 hours of training, and completed 553 building inspections so far this year. So those numbers will grow as well. The police department continued their commitment to community engagement through activities such as participating in community parades, events, and charity fundraisers, hosting food truck Fridays once a month at the police station. The police department has expanded their team by hiring 4 officers, 3 dispatchers, 4 jailers, and 1 records clerk. This year to date, dispatch has received over 55,000 calls, both 911 and non-emergency calls. Officers wrote just under 5,700 police reports, and there have been 833 animal control calls so far this year. The citizen vote to pass the public safety sales tax was critical and continues to allow our public safety department to purchase life-saving equipment that assists our first responders in providing top quality service and keep our citizens safe, such as a tanker for the fire department, equipment for new fire engine, patrol cars, and SWAT and rescue vehicles, to name a few. And there's a full list up here that you can see, too many to read. Our Public Works Department has been busy this year as well, maintaining and upgrading our critical infrastructure. They've been able to do so because our citizens saw the need and voted in favor of stormwater bonds in 2019 and street and water line replacement bonds in April of this year. I want to thank the citizens for the confidence for their vote. This year, the stormwater bonds paid for several stormwater projects, including the Hargis Lake project located at Hargis Gardens West subdivision off Westover Road, which they're continuing to work on. This is a priority project to eliminate stormwater flooding and sanitary sewer backups in the neighborhood. This is a complex project because all the water lines and sanitary lines had to be relocated to accommodate the stormwater improvements. Earlier this year, the stormwater culverts under Cambridge Road, east of Peculiar Drive, experienced joint separation, undermining the roadbed, causing deterioration and settlement. The project removed the existing culverts and installed new reinforced culvert boxes. The culverts on West Cambridge between Pawnee and Westover Road are being replaced right now with new culverts, which will allow for removal of the low water crossing and improve the stormwater drainage on the south side of Cambridge Road. Belton Wastewater Treatment Facility treats an average of 1.5 million gallons of sewage per day. The gearboxes, aerators, shaft, bearings, and discs for aerators were replaced to keep the facility running smoothly. The initial phase of the street preservation project was completed this year, and the second phase began this year. Completed last year, and the second phase begins this year. In total, only over 5 lane miles of road have been reconstructed, 41,000 feet of curb have been replaced, and 89 sidewalk ramps brought into ADA compliance. Water line replacement is a high priority for the city. This year, 2 critical water lines were replaced. Thank you to the citizens for both passing questions 2 and 3 in April, making these projects possible. A new PVC water line has been installed, which replaced the old cast iron lines on Allen Avenue out on the east side of town. The project was funded by public-private partnership with the City of Belton and North Point Development. The city replaced the last cast iron pipe in Old Town and increased the capacity of the line to accommodate the growth of restaurants and breweries on Main Street. The project was located between Walnut Street and South Scott Avenue. In case you haven't noticed, Belton is growing. You can see up on these photos. Year to date, there has been over $42.2 million in capital investment, adding another 340,000 square feet of commercial and residential real estate to our footprint. New commercial construction projects have added over 28,700 square feet of real estate so far this year, including RG Federal Credit Union, new location with higher visibility on Town Center Drive, Old Navy, another national clothing retailer is underway in the Belton Gateway Shopping Center next to Ultra Beauty. Take 5 and Chase Bank are under construction at Mullen and 58. Scooters is constructing a new location in Old Town on 58, the old triangle there in the middle of 58. And it's the first new national retailer to locate west of 163rd Street in the last decade. And last week, the Planning Commission approved the other place, which is going to go out by Price Chopper, American Sports Grill and Pizzeria, which will be located off Cedar Street. Other businesses that opened this year, including Dutch Brothers, which was their first Missouri location, and the farthest one east in the country. McBee's Coffee and Car Wash, and Caliber Collision. On top of the new commercial construction, 15 new businesses moved into the existing real estate. Twisted Tango Frozen Yogurt, Thrive Hydration and Wellness, Rally House, which I was their first customer and bought my granddaughter a shirt. And don't forget Popeyes. Everybody loves Popeyes. Reinvestment has been a big trend in Belton this year. Hampton Chiropractic and Massage, Arby's, Chipotle underwent remodels to modernize. Lily's Play and Stay is adding more personnel rooms for their 4-legged clients. Carnegie Village is adding a salon and activity room. And Belton Regional Medical Center plans to remodel and expand their oncology department. All right, Main Street, as you know, holds a special place in my heart. I'm happy to see new business continue to choose Main Street each year. This year, 4 new businesses have chosen Main Street. Luke's Barbecue anticipates a first quarter opening in 2023. 816 Vintage already has a following. Look out for news on 322 Main Street. Habitat Architects is close to completion of their new space on Main Street. And a continued thanks to all the businesses that keep Main Street going, especially Terrace Cafe, Broken Hatchet Brewery, and Mary Mountains Cookies, which have changed the face of Main Street for the better. All right, building 4 in the Southview Commerce Center. Got that up? Yep. All right. It's constructed and ready for a tenant or tenants that will add another major businesses to Belton's growing list. Something special about Building 4 is that it houses the Training and Technical Career Center of Cass County. The all-new Training and Technical Center of Cass County has training classrooms, conference room, private office space, and internet cafe. The facility is a result of a year-long collaboration effort by the City of Belton, North Point Development, West Central Missouri Community Action Center, and the Belton School District number 124 and Metropolitan Community College. All entities are working together for the purpose of workforce development and will offer training classes to expand skill sets. It will serve students, citizens, and employers of Cass County and the surrounding Kansas City metro area. I would also like to take a moment talking about the Career Center to recognize the Belton School District, especially the Academies program. I'm very proud of how far the program has come. The academies that will graduate its full class in May of 2023. We've seen a lot of activities in the Old Town District, which include Main Street and surrounding neighborhoods, since Council's adoption of the Old Town Belton Redevelopment Act and area. 112 acres consisting of 423 parcels are eligible under the Chapter 353 program for tax abatement in exchange for substantial improvements to the exterior of their buildings. Since the adoption of the plan over a year ago, 13 applications have been approved, 7 residential and 6 commercial. 3 of the 13 projects have been completed and have been a considerable difference, as you can see up on the slide. Housing stock is important to a growing city like Belton, and it is a priority of the City Council and the city staff. Year to date, we have added a total of 171 living units approved and permitted, including single family and multifamily units, with an investment value of just over $33 million, creating 270,000 square feet of residential development. The 2 apartment complexes under construction are leasing quickly. The Encore, owned and managed by North Point Development, is located along 163rd Street and will have 322 luxury units. Tenants plan to move into the Encore at the end of the month, and I believe that's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. They got 24 people, I believe, moving in, or 24 units. Center 301, located at Town Center Drive in Markey Parkway, is being developed by Case Associates, which will have 360 Class A units. Center 301 has begun for pre-leasing. Looking forward, we have big projects on the way. Some I can talk about, some I can't. Widening of I-49 is set for the summer of 2024, which is huge for the area. North Scott Corridor reconstruction is set for next year. 58 Highway and Procure Drive realignment set for 2023. We anticipate tenant announcement for Building 4 in the Southview Commerce Center. Public Works will continue the street preservation program, and we will be replacing water lines around the city for the years to come. We have created a tourism council and a Belton Public Arts Council and much more. Finally, I would like to invite everyone to the Mayor's Christmas tree lighting on Saturday, November 26th, which is also Small Business Saturday. Main Street businesses will be open for shopping all day and throughout the event. The event will be full with a raffle, free hot dogs and water while supplies last, a parade of lights, and Santa. A flip of the switch for the Mayor's Christmas tree and all the Main Street will light up. Christmas on Main is hosting a free penguin park with bounce houses, train rides, and much more. We're accepting cash and check donations at City Hall. Barrels are located at all city buildings for the collection of toys and canned goods. All proceeds benefit families in our community. And you can donate cash or check here today with these ladies back over here, as Diane talked about earlier. And it all benefits the Belton Welfare Association. So thank you. Looking forward to 2023. I want to thank all of you for attending and listening to me. I would also like to thank everyone that helped with the 150th birthday celebration. That was so huge in my mind. Thank you for allowing me to be your mayor. I am truly blessed. I look forward to working with everyone in 2023 to make Belton even a better place to work and call home. Thanks, and happy holidays to everyone.